Welcome to Louisville Now. I'm your host, Althea Jackson. Today, my guest is Rebecca Fleischaker. Rebecca is the Executive Director with Louisville Downtown Partnership. Welcome, Rebecca.
Thanks, Althea.
So I understand something big is going on this weekend.
Absolutely. We are closing down Main Street and we are going to have the Downtown Pickleball Street Fest. Second year it's returning. Really excited to see lots of people right in the middle of the street.
Oh my. So what's the street closures going to look like?
It's between Hancock and Jackson, so right in front of Angel's Envy, who is our presenting sponsor. We're going to have 12 courts taped off down the street, so you'll see nets and tape on the street where people will be playing. We have a tournament going from 8:30 to 2. And then we've got open play. So even if you're not registered to play, we want you to come down. There are 3 courts where you can just pick up rackets and just have fun playing in the middle of the street.
Wow. So it's actually too late for teams to sign up now?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
The tournament has to get scheduled. The games have to be scheduled. So, but we're almost full. So this is more than we had last year. We've got men's, women's, and mixed, and we're really excited we're going to have food trucks. We're going to have music. Angel's Envy is going to have some yard games. Okay. They're introducing a new cocktail called the Peach Smash. It's the day cap. Like when you have a nightcap, this is the day cap to finish off your day. And there will be Downtown's beer. We partnered with 1020 last year to co-brand their 1834 beer as Downtown's beer, and they'll be serving that. It's going to be a great day.
Sounds like it's family friendly.
Very family friendly. Yes, we do actually have some kids signed up to play in the tournament.
This is the second
time
you've done that. What was the crowd like last year? How many people do you expect that will come?
So last year we were on Jefferson Street, which is another wide street. So obviously we want to be able to use our streets for something else. We don't need all that pavement for cars. So it's really interesting to be able to be in the middle of a street, which means it didn't look super full because it's so wide. It's such a big street. But we had a couple hundred people last year. We're going to have a little bit more than that this year because you can come down and do a bunch of other stuff too. The tournament's probably, I can't do my math really quickly, but like 100, I think. Okay. So it's going to be a lot of people walking around the middle of a street that you don't normally get to walk around, playing a very popular sport that will be just as a spectator, fun to watch, and open play. I expect I'll be playing during the day as well.
So pickleball seems like it has really gotten popular over the last year or so. Are there lots of teams here in Louisville, or will you have any out-of-town teams that come in?
I don't know of any out-of-town teams. Pickleball has gotten very popular over, I'd say, the last, decade maybe. Mm-hmm. We worked with Baird on Baird Urban Sports Park over on Main Street, further down on West Main Street, where we actually have pickleball courts painted on the ground. That's open. You can go anytime, Monday through Saturday. But there are many ways, many teams, many leagues where you can play pickleball all over the community. We're taking beginner, intermediate, advanced. It doesn't matter your expertise level. Just remember, it is a road, so it's not going to be your flat, even surface. Right. If you're an expert, you probably won't love it. But I'm not, so I'm really looking forward to being able to get out there. We also have a bunch of celebrity matches happening. So these are going to be kind of exhibition matches with some well-known Louisville people playing. We've got some players from racing in Louisville City FC, from LMPD and Louisville Fire. We've got Angel's Envy sending one of their, I don't know if you call them famous or not, but I think one of their influencers. I don't know everyone who signed up, but we're going to be watching some people play that are having a good time that the community may know.
So you kind of mentioned vendors. Do you know how many vendors you're having, and what type of vendors?
We're going to have some food trucks. We'll have a bar out there. 1020 will be part of that, of course, with Downtown's beer. And then we'll have a DJ. So I don't know what the food trucks are, but it's always going to be yummy, right? You can complain about good drink and good food.
Absolutely. I know we're talking about the Pickleball Street Fest, but do you want to plug any other downtown events happening?
I will always plug downtown events. Every Wednesday, 11 to 2, over at Aegon Plaza. We shut down 4th Street between Market and Jefferson. Tons of food trucks, usually 6 or 7. We always have some live music. It's a great daytime, middle of the day activation. We are showing on Friday night. We're showing Pretty in Pink at our downtown drive-in. Select Fridays and through October, we show movies at Brown-Forman Amphitheater in Waterfront Park. Big inflatable screen. It's a really cool setting, right on the river. You have to go try it, Althea. It's really, really pretty.
When is the Pickleball Fest? Time?
Downtown
and
Pickleball
location?
Street Fest is this Saturday, July 12th, Main Street between Jackson and Hancock, right in front of Angel's Envy near Slugger Field. Tournament starts at 8:30, open play starts at 9. Come and play, come and have a good time, and I'll meet you there.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. Continue to watch. We've got more on Louisville Now.
We have a program called the Backstage Pass, and it's an opportunity for guests to come and learn about our conservation programs and meet an animal and go into an animal area and get to have an experience with them. Most of the tours are for ages 6 and up. We do get a wide variety of people. Sometimes we'll get adults that just want to come on a date, or we'll get families, and it really depends on the time of year. Over the summer, we get a few more kids. But we do get a nice variety of people.
Most of our animals up here are going to be moving around, and we're going to change what they're eating. So a lion, for instance, is only successful about once a week at getting food.
There are different animal areas that a guest can opt to go to. So we have experiences with our rhinos, our red pandas, our sloths, our penguins, and our seals and sea lions.
So if you guys are ready, let's go over here.
So they choose an animal area that they want to go to. They're offered different days of the week. So we do a different Backstage Pass experience just about every day of the week. And then the guests will purchase the ticket, go to that area, meet those keepers, and then get to have an experience. Sometimes they'll get to visit a second area. A lot of our groups visit our Black-footed Ferret Conservation Center so they can learn about the conservation programs that we're involved in.
A lot of times people are like, oh my gosh, is that for the tigers? Not usually.
Some of our groups visit our commissary so they can actually be involved in some of the diet prep and learn about some of the ways that the keepers take care of our animals. So we had a lot of interest in having more experiences like that. And so over the last couple of years, we've really expanded it to include other animal areas, and we'll continue to include other animal areas. We've got a lot of great feedback from guests. They love the opportunity to get up close with the animals, as it's pretty special. If they're getting to make enrichment for our sloths, or they're getting to make the food mash for the red pandas, it's just a unique opportunity to give people that really up close opportunity to learn about our animals in a unique and different way. The purpose of the program is to teach people about our animals, but it's also a great opportunity for the animals because we're going to be doing enrichment for them every single time that we go and visit. So the animals have learned that at this time of day, this is something that their keepers will do with them. That is a fun thing. They get their extra special treats, or they'll get to do behavior and opportunity or something that they really, really enjoy. So we save those opportunities and experiences for when the guests will be there to make it special for them and also make it special for the animals. All the information is on our website. We'll continue to add more, so hopefully people will come out and join us.
I'm Althea Jackson, your host for Louisville Now. Today, my guest is Katie, or is it Catherine?
Katie.
Katie Meinhardt. And Katie is the president of Nulu Business Association, and she's going to talk to us about the Nulu Street Fest. Welcome.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. We're really excited.
I understand it's a really good time. Did it go on hiatus for a little bit and it's coming back?
We've kind of rebranded. So we have quite a few different street festivals. This is our Summer Fest. It used to be known as the Nulu Luau, but this is our third year as the Summer Fest. It's all about Louisville and coming down and enjoying your city and your neighborhood.
So talk to me a little bit about it. Is it the whole corridor will be blocked off of Nulu, or is it just specific blocks?
Yeah, so right now, some of our other festivals are older and longer running. So Summerfest is newer, so we have the 7 and 800 block of Market Street blocked off, as well as some little side corridors with some stuff going on as well.
When will they start? Will you guys start blocking off the
You'll
streets?
see early in the morning on that Saturday, the 19th, we'll block them off about 6 a.m., and the party starts at noon and goes till 7 p.m.
To 7. So what should people, is this a family-friendly event?
Yes, family friendly and free.
And free.
Yes.
Most important. Free. So tell me what families should expect if they come down.
It's open to all ages, absolutely welcoming to everybody. We have a watermelon eating contest, a limbo contest, tons of vendors will be out. Pace Contracting, who's doing all of the construction down in Nulu, has sponsored a farmer's market with 100 free bags of fresh produce in there as well. So you can come grab that. That starts at 1 p.m. Lots of games. We've got sandcastle building and all kinds of fun stuff going on.
Oh, wow. Can you be more specific about the vendors so people can know, okay, is it food vendors or?
It's a little bit of everything. So we will have lots of food trucks out. We've got Tito's and Bacardi for that refreshing cold beverage, as well as non-alcoholic beverages. We've got a lot of bars out. A lot of our local breweries are out with their beers as well. So cold drinks and lots of fun. Again, we will have that limbo contest and that watermelon eating contest where you can win tickets for Bourbon and Beyond. That's a big deal. And then we have our normal vendors that you see at our Summer Fest, our Bach Fest, and our Nulu Fest. So everything from t-shirts to crafts, a lot of in-between stuff that you would find in any regular festival, as well as those bars and those food vendors. It's a lot.
And what's that date again?
It's it is July. That's Nulu Fest. We're jumping. July 19th from 12 to 7.
Okay. And okay, so that's the Street Fest. And so you kind of named some other activities that happens in Nulu. Let's talk about that real quick. We might as well plug those.
Yes, we have a full event calendar all year long, but we have our Bach Fest, which is probably our most well-known event now, and that's always at the end of March. That's our goat racing in the street. So we will bring our goats back, and that same farm that does those Sunny Acres is doing our produce and vegetable farmers market this summer for Summer Fest. So we keep those ties really close with our goat farmers there. And then we have Nulu Fest in September, as well as other events scattered throughout. But Summer Fest it's 3 years old, and we're rocking and rolling with it. There'll be live music as well.
And as the president of the Nulu Business Association, is that all of the businesses within Nulu? How many members do you have?
We have over 200 members right now. Most of them are brick and mortars. You can also be a friend of Nulu as well if you want to support, but aren't in a brick and mortar yet, maybe in Nulu. But it is a lot of our retail or restaurant. We do have some offices as well that contribute and give back to the neighborhood. So it's a lot of people and a lot of fun.
Okay. And so is there anything else you want to plug while you're here?
I think just come on down for Summerfest. It is a free event. Come down. The kids can do chalk art. They can play pickleball, which we just talked about. All kinds of fun things happening. We've got putt-putt out. So lots of free activities for the kids, but also making sure that you're supporting our local businesses. Stop in your shops, get some air conditioning, and enjoy Nulu.
So all the shops will be open
Yes.
to come in and out?
Everybody will be open, ready to party and have a great day. It's going to be a hot one, but we'll be out.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for being here. And before we go, tell the date and times and the location again.
Yes, July 19th from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. on East Market Street in the 7 and 800 corridor there.
Thank you, Katie, for being here.
Thank you.
Stay with us. More on Louisville Now coming up.
Copper wire theft is robbing us of our safety. Thieves are targeting our essential infrastructure, darkening roadways, disrupting emergency services, shutting down internet networks, and causing over $1 million in damages just last year. Copper wire theft is illegal. Mayor Craig Greenberg's Copper Wire Theft Task Force is getting results, but your help is needed. If you see something suspicious, call Crime Stoppers at 502-582-CLUE. You could get a $5,000 reward.
This award goes to a very special young man that most of y'all are familiar with, and I can't say enough great things about Shane Crow Jr.
The Chainbreaker Award was awarded to me for breaking chains, for me stepping out of my comfort zone to take care of my brother, to help build this community, and to help become the better man that I'm supposed to be.
Essentially what this is just helping one student break generational change or hardship in their life, whether it be financial or just other things. And that's something I struggle with most of my life, and I'm still trying to figure out in a lot of ways. We all need to break certain chains of our past.
I wanted to cry, but at the same time, Officer didn't say you worked hard for it. He said you broke chains to receive this award. So I'm proud, humbled, and even more excited about this award.
Speaking life into him and helping him believe the right narrative about himself, because what we believe about ourselves is usually going to manifest.
Well, thanks. I'm leaving for the Navy on July 22nd. I'm also come back for U of L to pursue my degree in criminal justice. But my career is in the United States Navy. I feel that's where my love is, my heart is, and my passion is.
It's very rare that you find someone that went through what he went through and end up making these decisions. It's very rare. I mean, I've been working with marginalized youth for years, even prior to being in law enforcement, and that is very, very hard to find, very hard to find. And Shane did it, I think he's very special, and I can't wait what he's going to do with his life.
Welcome to Louisville Now. My name is Althea Jackson. I'm your host today, and my guest is Evelyn Gregory. And Evelyn runs the Black Film Institute at Simmons College. And she's also here today to talk about her own personal project that she's working on that she's going to introduce to us today. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So how long have you been in the film industry?
Actually, probably for the last 15 years, but just more commercial, more for like nonprofits and school and educational. So.
Okay. And so did you create this program at Simmons?
Well, I didn't create it, but I came along at a time that it's growing and it's new and up and coming. So I'm very thankful to be here at a time that this is happening.
Absolutely. But I know you want to really talk about your private project that you're working on, and you've got a film
Yes.
that you're working on. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes, I was thankful enough to be from Cleveland, Ohio, and there is a story there, a magnificent story about the Cleveland Buckeyes. Their story is a story of triumph over adversity. They were a Negro League team in 1945.
Baseball team?
Baseball team,
Okay.
yep, and they won a championship. And for us Clevelanders, we know that we need all the championships we can get. And so I was just astonished that, it wasn't well known. And so I just started researching and learn more about it, learn more about the other stories that came out of it. And it was just an exciting story to be a part of. And thankfully, like during a time where we were probably like transitioning over to some other projects, I met with Kenny Lofton. He's a former Major League Baseball player. And so happens that he has a post-production company in LA, and he was able to finish the documentary.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so that was very exciting. And we were able to get it into the Cleveland International Film Festival. And we won Audience Choice Award, we won the Telly Award, so we're excited about showing this film on August 9th.
On August 9th. So I think we have a trailer
Okay,
that we're
okay.
going to show here today. So
Okay, that's great.
let's go to the trailer.
The country was at war, and the country was also divided. It was divided based on race. The Jim Crow laws prevented blacks and whites from socializing together. Cleveland at the same time was a very vibrant and growing city. It was growing primarily because Cleveland had jobs, lots of jobs. Baseball was a form of entertainment. Because people had jobs, baseball was an outlet to spend time and money in their leisure. Not only that, black baseball was an industry. At one point in this country, black baseball was the third largest black business in this country.
Well, the contributions that the Negro Leagues made to Major League Baseball, first and foremost, it was just a pipeline of talent that was unprecedented and untapped. Who knows all the great players that were basically lost to history that we didn't get to see on the Major League level, from Jackie Robinson to Don Newcomb to Roy Campanella, Larry Doby, Satchel Paige, all those first tier of players that came through. It was just a dizzying array of talent.
That whole economic system was driven around baseball as an industry in and of itself.
Your film, which the name of it is again?
I forgot to tell you the story of the Cleveland Buckeyes.
Okay. The story about the Cleveland Buckeyes.
Yes.
Okay, and when is that going to show? Tell me when, where, time. So is it open to the public for the show, the viewing of this?
So on Saturday, August 9th, there will be a private screening for, we're fundraising for the Film Institute at Simmons, and that screening will be there will be a cost. We have the link provided. They'll be going around online as well as social media. And on August 10th, there's a special screening that if people attend the Bats game that Friday, they'll get to know when that screening will be free.
Okay. Awesome. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So excited about the work that you're doing. We need to bring more attention to the Negro League and because sometimes that gets forgotten. So again, thank you, Evelyn Gregory.
Thank you.
And feel free to come back and visit us at any point.
Thank you.
Thank you. More for Louisville Now. Stay tuned.
Look what's possible. This was a once vacant and abandoned property that had $28,000 worth of liens against it. The $28,000 worth of liens stopped the development of this property. And so under this lien forgiveness pilot program, we are able to forgive the liens on this property to then put this property back into development. It increases the housing stock and it gets a family into this house. And that's what's needed. It changes the neighborhood, it changes communities. Because of this program, the redevelopment of this property, the rehab of this property, which looks new, by the way, is possible. The information for this program can be found at www.louisvilleky.gov under the Community Development page for Housing and Community Development. Please click on that link. It will tell you all about the program and all of its requirements. This type of rehab is possible. Waiving the liens are possible. Please check us out.
Welcome to Louisville Now. Today, I'm Althea Jackson, your host. Today, my guest is Gianna Bennett. She is a communication specialist out of our Office of Sustainability. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You are working on an event or a program, Plastic Free July. What is that?
So Plastic Free July is actually a global initiative. It started in Australia to kind of get people informed about plastic pollution, how it's affecting waterways, the streets, human health, lots of different things. And in Louisville, we're basically focusing on local action. And this is the second year we've launched this campaign. It's bigger and better than last year, but we have a lot to celebrate in our community, what we're doing to inform people about single-use plastics, how to reduce our usage of those and embrace more sustainable alternatives, which will make our streets cleaner, our waterways cleaner, and pretty much everyone in our community healthier as well.
Why is it important to do this?
Plastic doesn't go away. It doesn't biodegrade or break down like other materials. So whenever, you go and you get a drink from a plastic cup and you get your drink and you just throw it away after 5 minutes or so, that plastic cup does go away into the trash and our Public Works does collect it and process it accordingly. However, it's going to outlive us all by 1,000 times 1,000. It's not going to break down. It's going to stay in the landfill or potentially get recycled too. But it's not just that one single plastic cup. There's about, I think, Louisville Metro Waste Management Services did a study and found that 87,000 tons of plastic was collected in a single year. So if you think about that single year times, multiple years, it adds up to a lot of plastic going into the landfill. It could be recycled, and Public Works has a great recycling program, and we definitely encourage everyone to participate in that and learn more about how to recycle right. But it's just an overwhelming amount of plastic to the point where it's really a crisis. And I remember I was touring a landfill once, and someone pointed out to me this styrofoam container, and it was in perfect condition. And they said that restaurant closed down in 1975. So it does stick around. And when you think about, we see plastic trash in the streets all the time, in the water, but what is it doing to our health? I mean, our grandparents, our ancestors, they didn't have all of this plastic in their systems either. So it's a problem for the environment and for health as well.
Give us some tips of what we can personally do in our homes to help reduce.
Yeah, thank you for asking that. It does seem kind of difficult to change behaviors. We're all used to that kind of like go, go, go lifestyle. We get our plastic utensils, our plastic straws, our plastic everything, and you just, it's designed to help us live an easier life. But what we can do is start bringing our own reusable items that replace those disposables. So like I bring a Tupperware to the restaurant now and like use that as my to-go container. And I actually just also started this month bringing my own coffee cup to my coffee shops. And some of them we've actually partnered with are giving out discounts to folks because it actually reduces the amount of materials that they need to purchase. So there's a lot of different ways you can bring your canvas bags to the grocery store instead of using those single-use plastic bags that don't get recycled through Public Works as well. There's like a very, specific type of way that they can be recycled through the store, but it's not really easy to do. So definitely just start incorporating those into your life. And if you want to go even further, there are plastic-free alternatives to things like dish soap, shampoo, other things like that, that you can buy refillable versions of instead of buying the, plastic every single time, and just products in general like that, that you can investigate.
Okay. Tell me real quickly, because we've got to wrap up here, about there's a documentary that your office is partnering with an organization on.
Yeah, so on July 24th at 6:30 at Trellis Brewing, we are going to be hosting a screening of We're All Plastic People Now. And that is a documentary that focuses on the impacts of plastic on human health. And I would really encourage everyone to check it out, but also check out our social media at Sustain Louisville all month long. We're going to be highlighting all those awesome coffee shops, restaurants, individuals, organizations that I mentioned earlier, in addition to some of those organizations like Beyond Plastics and Kentucky Waterways Alliance that are going to be partnering with us on that documentary. So we're doing stuff all month long, but that's kind of our wrap-up event, is that documentary screening, which is introduced by Ted Danson, which you might know from The Good Place.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to plug while you're here?
Yeah, mainly just follow our social media. If you follow, you might see some sustainable selfies of people posing with their favorite sustainable alternatives. I encourage everyone to send those selfies in, because you will be entered in a chance to receive your own Sustain Louisville ocean bottle, which is actually made partially from recovered ocean-bound plastic. So that's a special kind of thing I would love to shout out. But yeah, just check us out all month long. We'll be doing stuff.
Gianna, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching Louisville Now. I'm your host, Althea Jackson.